and the stock of the day is Karoon Energy. So to Francesco's point, we are getting these quarterly production results out. And today we learned that Karoon reported total 2025 production at the upper end of its guidance, 10.3 million barrels of oil equivalent, just under 2024 production though, which reached a record 10.4 million barrels. Production did suffer a bit in the fourth quarter of 2025 compared to the third. It's pointing to underperformance at its Bana wells, coupled with a decline in its reservoir. Looking ahead, Karoon expects production to be lower in 2026 again, to come in between 8.1 and 9.2 million barrels of oil equivalent, with the majority skews toward the second half. Operating costs are expected to decline as well once the Bana wells are upgraded. So yeah, this one had a bit of news out today. That's why I picked it. Does the energy complex excite you at all, Rudi?
No. And the reason for that is that I'm not that excited about the prospects of energy, basically, not for the short term. I know there's quite some people out there who believe that at some point oil price will really rally. That's fine, everyone can make that forecast, but at the moment it's not happening. And it hasn't happened last year, and it hasn't happened the year before. The last year that energy really was the place to be was 2022. And little else worked outside the banks and some resources. So I can't get excited. But there is a message here for investors, is that apart from the operational performance of these companies, what really determines the share price is, of course, what happens to the product price. And I think, on my recollection, Karoon share price, it continues wobbling around between $1 and $2, somewhere in the middle now. It needs the gold price or LNG to rally to get that price really going, and I don't see that happening in the short term.
So that's an avoid?
Yeah, there's better places.
Better places, let's call it a sell. Francesco, Karoon, it is the most correlated to the actual price of oil as compared to Santos or Woodside. So
yeah.
Do you like it?
We do like it. Contrary to Rudi, we've got a buy recommendation on it. The guys have got a valuation of 240, so there's some upside based upon their valuation. We've seen this quarterly result is operationally quite strong. The production was a little bit hit and miss here and there, but the Bana project has shown marked improvement in their efficiencies, so there's potentially some productivity improvement to come out of that. Strong sales, disciplined capital management, oil price, like Rudi said, it's going to drive this sector. You've got to follow the commodity as well as the company. I think oil prices are probably pretty well fair where they are at the moment. I don't see them falling away, and I don't see them increasing considerably over the next 12 to 18 months, mainly because of the Venezuela issue. Yes, the Americans are trying to stifle the sales of Venezuela to countries like Russia and Korea and other places around the world. But eventually, I suppose what the aim there is to improve the productivity and production in Venezuela, which will be downward pressure on oil prices. But I think that's a long way off. So I don't see any issue with the oil price at the moment. Look, it's probably a lot riskier than your Woodsides and your Santos, but those that are prepared to take that sort of risk, I think there's upside there. You can see from this morning when it opened on that chart, there was a big rally in the share price. It's settled down a bit now. There's a bit of overexcitement in early prices, but it'll be interesting to see how it performs between now and the results when they come out.
I think they're about the 26th of Feb or somewhere around there. So we'll look to speak with the company around then. And
so we got a buy on it.
Okay, so it's a buy and a sell. You'll have to make up your own mind. Information only, not financial advice.
No advice there.
Yeah.